Hey family, this is Jake Say from John J Ministries. You know that one of the biggest lies we were ever told and even believed when we were kids growing up was that sticks and stones can break my bones but words can never hurt me? Now, if that wasn't the biggest fake news back in the day, then we really don't know what fake news is today. You see, the truth is that only half of that statement is right. Yes, sticks and stones can break our bones, but words can crush your soul, messing you up psychologically and affecting your entire worldview, altering the trajectory of a life that is full of promise and purpose to a life full of regret and resentment. Look, in Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21, it says that life and death is in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. You see, what we say, my brethren, with our tongues can build up or tear down. Look, just think about the countless lives that have been destroyed because of negative words spoken over them, making them feel that they could not amount to anything in life, that they could never make it in life. What about the words spoken over our ancestors, that their lives were nothing more than 1/5 of a human being? And think about those children who were inspired to believe in their dreams, to reach for the stars and believe that they can become anything in life. You see, words spoken makes a difference, because what we keep hearing, eventually we will believe, and then we will apply the corresponding action. Listen, my son's on the 17 soccer team had a practice match against a second division team, grown men in their 20s and 30s. The boys were outplayed by the second division team, and at the end of the first half, they were down 3-0. You see, but during the first half, some of the parents began crying down the boys and with a lot of negative comments, and they left the pavilion onto the playing field. And those words affected the boys because it affected their morale, and they started bickering amongst each other. And you know, in the second half, I overheard the coach speaking to them saying, "Boys, this is not who you guys are supposed to be. You can do much better. You have better in you. You just have to make the necessary adjustments and play better to be the best that you can be." And listen, my brothers and sisters, those few words spoken over those boys changed the entire morale and it changed the entire character of the game. And you know what? At the end of that second half, the game ended up being 4-4. You see, the boys drew the game, but that within itself was a moral victory against such seasoned campaigners. You see, I'm saying to you that life and death is in the power of our tongues. So the question I'm asking you today is, what is it that you're speaking over your children? What is it have you spoken over your son or your daughter or your niece or your nephew today in the house? What have you spoken of? What are you speaking over your husband today? What are you speaking over your wife? Are you teachers speaking over your students? What are you managers and business owners speaking over your staff and your team leaders, or even your leaders within your church and different clubs? What are you speaking over them today? Because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And more importantly, what is it that you are speaking over yourself? What is your self-talk? What are you saying? Are your words or your inner thoughts building you up or tearing you down? You see, many of us need to control our tongues. You see, we put in James chapter 3, it says we put bits in horses' mouths and we control their whole body. It says that we control an entire cruise line and ships just by a rudder. And they say that likewise, our tongue is a small part of our body, but it boasts of great things. And it said to consider a forest, how it is set afire by just a spark. And it says that is our tongue. Our tongue is just like a fire, and it can set the whole world on fire, a whole world of evil among the body, and it corrupts our body, and so it sets the course of our lives even on the course of fire of hell. So we have to be mindful what it is that we are saying with our mouths. So we have to be quick to listen, We have to be slow to speak. We have to think first before we utter words. And we have to be slow to wrath, to action. And so, yes, sticks and stones can break your bones. It can break my bones. You see, but words can destroy us completely. So, my advice to you today, my brothers and sisters, is let us speak life into every situation that you face today, no matter what it is. Be positive, because negative words destroy and tear down, but positive words can build up and preserve an entire generation. So until we meet again, this is Jakes. God bless you.